Hello and welcome to 3 Calibers. I'm Stefan, I'm one of the pro staffers for Pulsar, and today I'm going to do a little comparison between two different clip-ons. And obviously it's going to be the Krypton 2s. Clip-ons have been and still remain my favorite units for most applications, as they are very versatile. When you buy a clip-on, it's basically two in one. You've got your handheld unit and you've got your rifle scope at the same time. So budget-wise, most bang for the buck you can get. Secondly, there are a couple of differences between these two. Size-wise, they're pretty much identical, except for a few small details. So on the XG50, we have a 50mm f1.0 lens with a sensor with a resolution of 640 by 480, 12 micron pixel pitch. In the XQ35, we have a 35mm f1.0 lens with a 384 by 288, 17 micron sensor. Now, what that does for you is that the XG50 is going to have an 8.8 degrees field of view in width, and the XQ has a 10.7 degree field of view. And as this has a lower resolution of the sensor, each pixel is going to have a wider field of view in itself, and that will give you a detection range of an object of 180 by 50 centimeters at 1300 meters. And the XG50 has 2,300 meters. So you get 1 kilometer extra detection range in the XG. But the field of view is 8.8. So they are tools for two very different applications. If you're going to do pest control or damage control, wild boar, say, and you know that you will be shooting for 70 and 80% within 70 or 80 meters, I think that the XQ35 is going to be a better tool for the job with a wider field of view. If you know that you're going to be shooting beyond that distance regularly, the XG50 will be the better unit, as it has better detection range, better identification range at longer distance. Another thing that differs is the NETD. The XG50 has a sub 40 mK and the XQ is sub 25. And this is because in the XQ35 you have a 17 micron pixel pitch. The wider the pixel pitch, the larger each pixel is, and that means that you have a larger surface area and a better native NETD of the sensor. So 12 microns not as sensitive, 17 micron more sensitive. So the 17 micron sub 25 mil camera will give you a better overall image on small heat differences in the terrain, whereas the 40 mK will not be able to produce the same kind of identification of heat difference. However, less than 40 mK is still very good and will do a good job even in bad weather, but the sub 25 will do it with ease. And as you can see from the footage, my friend Jürgen, he is right now at 100 meters in the video, and just moving about, and he is pretty much exactly 180 centimeters by 50 centimeters wide. So you get a good sense of what that kind of target looks like at that distance. And 180 by 50 centimeters is pretty much the same size of a deer looking straight for you. So that's the target size when we are talking about detection range. How far away can one pixel pick up that heat? So you will not be able to identify, you will just pick up the heat source. So that's how large the target is. So that's pretty much it. I hope that helps you out in choosing your unit that will be perfect for your application. If you have any questions, so on, please go in on the Pulsar website and you'll find all the specifications, battery life and so forth. Another few things when you buy these is there are two different versions of each. You have the FXQ and you have the FXG, the XG and the XQ. The only difference is that in the package that says XG or XQ only, you get the monocular to it. So you can use it as a handheld with a 3x base magnification on the monocular. If you get the FXG or the FXQ, that's only the clip-on. So the units in themselves are exactly the same, whether you get the F version or not. but I would seriously suggest buy the ones with the monocular, because it's just so nice to have that possibility to go from handheld to weapons mounted very easily. It's just a bayonet coupling for the rifle, and the adapters for the rifle are bought separately. So if you have, say, 3 different scopes that you want to mount on with different size objectives, then you can have 3 adapters on each scope and you can switch in between. Well, hope that helped you out and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Good night.